Okay, I'm going to start. Hey, what's up? This is a minute early, but I had somebody waiting. Now we got 2 people watching, and I'm sure we'll get a few more. This class especially has a lot of online students, more than we have in person. So it's important to have these videos going. Hey, we're getting the viewer numbers going up. So this is Thursday in sci-fi literature class, and we got a new assignment, but it's a little different because these that we've had are like standalone. You read one story and answer questions about it. But we're starting a little presentation project, and it's going to be a small one, take just a couple of days, and it'll kind of be practice for bigger ones later. By the way, I know I haven't finished grading all these. I will have time today, and I'll definitely have time tomorrow, because tomorrow's an e-learning day where all the classes will post something in the morning, and then the rest of the day I'll be sitting around answering questions and entering grades. So if you're worried about these, I'm sorry, but I'll get to them pretty soon. Now, let's look at our thing for today. So like I said, this is going to be a presentation, and it's going to take 3 or 4 classes, I think. We're going to have you guys choose a story to cover. So we've had a bunch that I gave you, and that's nice, but I'm sure you guys chose this class because you love sci-fi and fantasy, and you want to, share the cool stuff out there. So this one is going to be a little bit of a show and tell type thing where you say, hey, look at this cool thing. So you're going to choose a science fiction story that you love. And this could be anything: a book, a movie, a series, a game, maybe a comic book, although those are a little harder because they go on forever and they don't really have an ending sometimes. But let's go through the steps. You'll have one assignment, which is today, to kind of get the info, and then the next one, which is tomorrow actually, to put it in a slideshow with pictures and maybe video clips, things like that. And then by the end, you will make a video. I don't know if you guys have done that in other classes, but especially since we don't have many in the room, we have a lot at home. You can't just stand in front of the board and present. We're going to do this with video, but this will be very small, very short. Don't worry, you're not going to have to make a 20-minute speech or something. So first, in the info, which today you can do this in a Google Doc, or you can go ahead and start a slideshow because that'll be the next step. First, just tell us the story of your thing. Maybe it's a movie, maybe it's a book. Just tell us what happens, but do it in a bullet point type of way, because when you are presenting this, it's really, I don't know what the word, I guess it's annoying to do a slide with a big paragraph on it. People might pause the video and read, or they might listen to you say what's on there anyway. It's really not what slides are meant for. If you have bullet points and pictures, that's great, and you're going to be speaking, so of course you can say more. If you miss some detail in the bullet points, that's okay. You're going to include it in your speaking anyway. But try to arrange it into bullet points, and this can be more than one slide, of course. I've got 5 things, but that doesn't mean your slideshow has to be 5 slides. It could be 2 or 3 for each one, which is totally fine to spread them out and give them space, give them pictures and so on. But just tell us what happens, because I assume that some of you guys are going to pick stories that I don't know, or that your other classmates don't know. Then tell us about the most important sci-fi thing. Okay, what's the part that makes it special? Like, does it have time travel? Does it have spaceships? Not only that, but specifically what kind? Like if it has a spaceship, is it similar to the stuff we have now, or is it like super advanced light speed, artificial gravity, going through wormhole type stuff? Tell us the rules of this universe. And that brings us to the next one. Is it real science? Is it like the story we read on our second day, A Walk in the Sun, where it's like actual physics and actual NASA terms? Or is it more like the one we read later, They're Made Out of Meat, where it's just cool ideas and they tell us that there are these kinds of aliens out there, but they don't worry about how it might exist or what the rules are. Either way is fine. I'm not saying one of them is bad. They're both wonderful, but it's important to kind of think about it. 4, what makes the story special? Why do you love it? Why did you choose it? What's the thing that, if you were recommending this to a friend, like, oh, you got to check this out. What's the key, draw that makes it special? And then at the last part is a little bit of, I guess, what you might call analysis. Nothing crazy. Like I said, this is a quick project. But what's the message? And often sci-fi is a metaphor. So if it's talking about a new planet, well, when your characters go to another planet and they see how the culture works, or they see how the biology of these creatures work, it lets you apply that to us and think, okay, why are we the way they are? Why do we do things the way we do? Are we making a mistake? Are we, maybe we should be more like these aliens, or maybe they're giving us a cautionary tale of how it could go wrong. That's, of course, a classic thing in Star Trek when they go to a planet and they see that, oh, the people on this planet have different gender or different society or different gravity, and then we get to see how that affects their lives, and then the characters learn a lesson. Sometimes it's really obvious and sometimes it's not. When I do a project, I usually break it up into several grades. So this is not like 50 points for this. This is like, oh, this is 10. And the next step will be 10. And then the final step will be more, and it'll count as an assessment. But I don't want to just do one giant thing and wait until the end to grade it. You guys start today and just list out some of this info. You don't have to make it look pretty. You don't have to arrange it yet. If you want, you can do this in a doc. If you want, you can do this in a slideshow, since that will be the next step. But either way, just get your ideas down and see what you're missing, see what you need to think about. Tomorrow, this is the rare case where we have 2 days in a row because we got e-learning. Tomorrow it's going to say, hey, take what you got, put it in a slideshow with images or clips or sounds, you never know. And there's going to be one step past that, which is a little bit of editing, where I'm going to look at them and make comments of like, hey, do this, do this. And then the final step will be to make a video. If you guys have used the app or the extension Loom on your Chromebooks, I'm going to recommend that, but you can use other things to make a video as well, especially if you're at home and you have different technology. So that's it. Take your time today, work on those. I might have time to grade the previous assignment, and even if I don't, I will tomorrow. And we'll see how it goes. If you really can't think of one, let me know, but I kind of assume everybody has at least one cool thing that's like, yeah, I got to tell you about this show, or this movie, or this book. And there you go. Thanks.